Was losing Amazon bad for New York? That's one of the questions posed by a recent Siena College poll of registered voters conducted just weeks after Amazon ditched plans for a second headquarters in Long Island City. The survey also asked New Yorkers how they view the Democratic takeover in Albany, engaged opinion on some of the more contentious issues currently impacting the state. And joining us now to break it all down for us is Siena College pollster Stephen Greenberg. Stephen, welcome to the program.
Great to be with you.
So, Stephen, in that poll, you asked a number of questions about the Amazon deal, as I said in the introduction, and its demise. First of all, did voters by and large think that it was a good deal for New Yorkers, or were they by and large glad that it was dead?
Oh, no, they are very upset by it. Only 21% of New Yorkers felt that Amazon canceling bringing its second headquarters to Long Island City was good for the state. 2/3 of voters, 67%, thought it was bad for the state. And it's across the board. Overwhelmingly, Democrats, Republicans, and independents, upstaters and downstaters, thought that Amazon canceling was bad for the state.
So you also asked the question as to about the heroes and the villains of the demise of the deal. What did you learn?
Well, according to New York voters, Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is the biggest villain. 12% of New Yorkers thought she was a hero, but 38% thought she was a villain. So underwater by 26 points.
And how did Ocasio-Cortez do just in New York City?
Just in New York City, she was also underwater, not by quite as much. But when we look at her overall favorability rating, among statewide voters, she's viewed negatively by 44% and positively by 31%. And just among New York City voters, she's a little bit on the popular side, 43 favorable, 37% unfavorable.
You just talked about Ocasio-Cortez. She's underwater. Let me throw you a few more names and you respond. Governor Cuomo, how's he doing?
Well, a little bit better than last month. Last month, he hit his all-time low. He's still a little bit underwater, but only by about 2 points.
Mayor de Blasio.
He is definitely underwater with New York voters. 34% view him favorably, 50% view him unfavorably. He's even among New York City voters only at a 46-47.
Wow. Senator Gillibrand.
Gillibrand is popular, but still, amazingly enough, not all that well known for a person who's been senator from this state for 10 years. 43% view her favorably, 33% view her unfavorably, but 23% don't know enough about her to have an opinion after 10 years as senator. When we look at Congresswoman Ocasio-Cortez, 26% don't know enough about her after just 2.5 months in Congress.
And Donald Trump.
Donald Trump continues to be significantly underwater with his home state voters. Right now, 36% of voters view him favorably, but 60% of New Yorkers have an unfavorable view of him.
So it sounds like all New Yorkers who are president or who want to be president aren't doing so good in the New York polls.
That's certainly true.
So you also ask a series of questions related to the now total control of state government by the Democrats. If you could summarize the response, how would you characterize it?
Sure, it's sort of a mixed bag. We asked voters, is having the Democrats in control of both houses and the governor, does it help business or make it harder to do business in New York? 67% say it makes it harder for businesses to succeed in New York. Is the state moving too far to the left right now? 51%, a majority say yes, the state is moving too far to the left. Is the state moving in the right direction now that the Democrats are all in control? Mixed bag there. 42% say yes, 48% say no. But here's the kicker. When we said, would you like to go back and put the Republicans back in control of the state Senate? Only 32% of New Yorkers said yes to that. A majority, 54%, said no thank you.
All right, you asked about some specific issues affecting the state. For example, you asked about congestion pricing. What did you find out?
Well, it's a mixed bag right now, almost down the middle. 43% of New York voters support the congestion pricing plan to help the MTA. 42% oppose it.
Okay, quickly, we have about a minute left. Legalizing marijuana, what did voters think about that?
Voters support it, but not overwhelmingly. 53% of New Yorkers support it, 43% oppose it. There we see a large partisan divide. Democrats strongly support, Republicans strongly oppose. And not surprisingly, there's also a huge age divide.
So finally, what about, you asked about allowing undocumented immigrants to get New York driver's licenses. What did you learn?
Well, New Yorkers don't support that idea. 34% support it, 61% oppose it. The last time Siena asked that question was 12 years ago when Eliot Spitzer was governor, and he tried to make it happen. And at that point, 70% of New Yorkers opposed it. So over the last 12 years, it really hasn't picked up a lot of steam.
So of all these questions that you asked, was there anything that surprised you above all others?
I think it's how well known Congresswoman Ocasio-Cortez has become in just 2.5 months in office. You generally don't see somebody rise to that level that quickly.
All right, Stephen. Well, thank you so much for joining us. I know you have an interesting poll coming up in a couple of weeks. We'll have you back when that one's out.
Terrific. Thanks so much.